I'm like, Crystal, do your job. I'm like, go ahead. She just thought we were going for a nature walk. I'm like, do your job. Turn the camera on. Anyway, so remember, you know, the only thing we're doing is move in my direction. I want that to happen over and over and over again. If the dogs never learned anything but to come right to you when they were called, well, do it from as far a distance as possible. So you're always kind of looking at increasing your distance. But I will tell you guys, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this dog. This is going down in the books. And I'm not going to say it's the most gross misdiagnosis I've ever seen, because this has been years ago. This girl got Paper's brother from me. There's a small, a medium, and a large. Riley! I just clicked it. I want to say Paper was the large. This girl got the medium, and then that dog Reggie was the small one. So there was 3 of them. She calls me back when the dog's about 9 months old. Oh, he's at the specialist. There's something wrong with him. The vet said you better call the breeder. It has some neurological condition. Oh, you caught me, Riley. You caught me, the unknown neurological condition that I knew it had all along. Oh, because they went to give it some food, and the food, it just couldn't even chew, and the food fell out of its mouth, and blah, 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 blah. You know, I said, you know, it's not eating and all these things. I said, you know, did they do an x-ray? Oh, no, they didn't do that yet. Oh, they were doing blood work, this, that, and the other. So I said, you know, you need to tell them to do an x-ray. You have a dog that isn't eating. Do an x-ray. So fine, she tells them to do an x-ray. They're in no hurry to do it. She calls me back later that day. They did the x-ray. Hey.
Are you from Milton Samsula?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tammy. I knew you a long time ago. You lived across the street from Samsula Elementary.
Yeah, I still live there.
Do you really? We live up here now.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Why'd you guys move?
Probably like 12 years ago. Dad divorced and everything.
I gotcha.
But I'm still looking to move out there.
Yeah, there's always places for sale out there.
Yeah. It's always a fun of coming up with all the down payment.
No, that's true. There's that one guy on the street. He's got that, I don't know if it's 5 or 10 acres or whatever. He wants $300,000 for it. Well, that's what he wants. Nobody's buying it. Let's just put it that way.
That's true. That's true. There. You still have horses, or you got out of them?
No, I don't have the horses. I got the dogs. Still.
That's right, 'cause I was reading that, and it's like I can look back at you, and it's like, I wonder if it is her. Well, you take care of that.
All right, girl. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Anyway, back to the story, which I'm sure you guys are... forget about the story. Anyway, so she calls me back later that day, Riley, and says they x-rayed the dog. There's something inside of him. It has colon cancer. At which point I said, which I didn't talk like that back then, but I said, OMG, colon cancer. So I Google online colon cancer in dogs. Well, nobody's ever heard of that. So I called Dr. Keller at OFA and I said, have you ever heard of a dog having colon cancer? Again, this is a 9-month-old dog. Having colon cancer? His answer, Dr. Keller's very deadpan anyway, his answer was no. And he said, how old is the dog? And I said, it's 9 months old. He goes, foreign body. This is, you know, again, what they constantly see in dogs that age. So I called this girl back and I said, listen, you better tell him to open this dog up and figure out what's going on. Well, they're going to wait till the radiologist comes back in town. The radiologist is coming back in town tomorrow, and she's going to look at the x-rays to see. And what they said was he's not dying right now. He's gonna be by tomorrow. So I don't know, with my hysterical, you guys know how hysterical I get, ranting and raving. They did later that day, this was later that day, this dog is 5 days into not eating and 5 days into its neurological condition. They opened this dog up to do surgery, and it's full of stuffing from toys, from stuffed toys. That's what the colon cancer was. They then have to remove 10 foot of this dog's bowel because it's so gangrenous, because it sat there for 5 days while its guts rotted out while they did nothing. And honestly, after that, you guys, you know, it made it through the surgery. Look at these birds. Cubby Riley doesn't even care. And then I never heard from her again. So if I had to take a guess, and I did email after that a couple times to see how it was doing, if I had to take a guess, it probably got septicemia and died the next day or something. But, you know, that will always be in my mind, along with the people that were convinced the dog was deaf. Their previous dog had been deaf. They got a shepherd from me and convinced it was deaf. So this is maybe only the third worst misdiagnosis I've ever seen. Bye, you guys.